What's up, everybody? It's BG, Archer Glassworks YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing some more work on the wife's truck. We're real close to having it done. We got the parts truck up on the slab yesterday, which you'll see a little time lapse of that probably. I don't know how much or how well it recorded, but so what we're gonna be doing, I'll show you right here. Alright, this is the original parts truck. We got some fenders strapped on it right now. Of course, you know, trying to get it looking almost complete. But anyway, we're going to be taking the rear end out of this one here, as well as the gas tank out, because this is the frame for this one, the original frame. So we're going to be taking the rear end, putting it over to here. This rear end is going to go back in there so we can move the truck. We're also going to pull that gas tank, put it here. And eventually when we get ready to do this one, we'll put the original gas tank, which is on top, back in there. But that's the goals for right now for today, is at least get that rear end swapped out, gas tank pulled. That way we've got it ready for when we get done with all the work for that. We're going to get a rear end put in, and we're going to get the gas tank raised, the raised gas tank cross member put on, and start getting everything mocked up and try to get everything burned in today. So it's gonna be an interesting one for sure. So we're gonna see what all we can get done. Alright, you just seen some time lapse. Some of my time lapse was messed up, but we got that rear end out. That other truck's already moved. Now we're gonna get this one in the air. We'll get that rear end right there, put it underneath here. We're gonna get a bunch of mock-up parts set up. Don't know exactly how much we're gonna get today, because it's already warm. We may come back out this afternoon and mess with a little bit more, but minimum we're gonna get that rear end in. So let me get this thing set up so we get that done. Alright everybody, we back out here. I got all her parts, pretty much everything sitting out here. We got some 444 compressors that we actually took off of that one that we're going to use. Just kind of give you a rundown of everything we got. Phantom grill, which I have a video on how to actually do this, because there's no really videos showing how to do it on the 94 to 97, 98 square headlight style. We got our valve block, controller. I've got some of this stuff right here is eBay stuff. So, I mean, we'll give it a shot.
Got a pressure gauge. We got pressure sensors. We've got the Air Max bags. They're 25s and 26s. This, well, let me show you this first. So we got dual tanks. We got those with all the fittings and a bunch of extra stuff we weren't expecting off of eBay. Now this is the stuff, this is the main important stuff. If you want to bag your truck, get quality stuff. You want quality stuff, hit Keith up at Nfamus Metalworks, I believe is what it's called.
Yep.
He's here in Texas.
Cleburne.
He's in Cleburne, Texas. This is the kind of stuff that he makes. That thick piping. Every bit of this is like thicker than shit. That's his fucking bag brackets. This is the upper wishbone that'll connect to the differential, and it'll bolt up to this. Right here is the raised gas tank cross member. It's still got to be assembled, sanded, painted, everything like that. He makes it where it can be taken apart, you know, smaller packaging for shipping. But all this stuff is like, you know, I would say 1/8 inch thick, a little bit thicker. 3/16. We've got behind the axle brackets, which he's got right there. We've got the brackets that'll mount on the dom tubing up above right there for the bags, which we'll have to adjust all that, get everything situated when we get the leaf springs out. But the first thing we're going to do will be putting this together, painting it, getting it bolted in. Of course, some of the bolt holes will line up with the factory, but you will still have to do a little bit of drilling to get this to mount. What it does is it raises your gas tank like 1.5 inches, 2 inches I think, keeps it from dragging. These are S10 link bars. What they'll go is right here where the leaf spring goes. One will bolt up back there, and then you'll weld your tabs back here on the back. It's a good kit. It's a 3-link. I've looked at extensive kits. I'd looked at doing the bolt-on kit, like extensive. I've ridden in trucks or a truck that had it, and it just rode really rough. It doesn't have enough flex. But I mean, I guess it's to each their own as far as what you've got or how you want to do it. But I've rode in that truck right there. This is the Nfamus 3-link kit for S10s. He's got the 5-link kit, and that thing rides like a dream. Now the 3-link kit should still ride pretty damn good. He's just got a couple extra link bars, things like that. I mean, it's a nice kit, but like I said, Keith over there at Nfamus, he makes really great stuff. It's not overly expensive, but it's not cheap. You definitely pay, or you get what you pay for. Now, I know back in the day, back starting this out 20 years plus years ago, Thor Bros was the go-to. Thor Bros makes good stuff. Thor Bros helped a lot of people get into the scene. They made parts that everybody could afford. They still make good stuff, but after looking at Nfamus stuff, being around it, riding on it, that's my go-to. His has got Nfamus. This is going to have Nfamus. You see right now, he's just kind of mocking it up where it's going to bolt in. It'll line up on factory bolt holes for the most part. You still have to, like I said, do a little bit of drilling. Mine over there will have Nfamus when it's said and done. Right now it's the static. Kevin's, the Blue Extreme back there, we'll get Nfamus. Noah's gold one, when it gets time, we'll have Nfamus. I mean, this is a company that we've dealt with and believe in doing business with. Anytime there's ever been a problem with anything that I've ever seen, all you do is call him and he'll make it right. Like Lower Class Faz, one of the guys we watch, really good guys out of Georgia. He had ordered a bunch of parts. They sat for months. He never checked them. He checked them to get ready to do an install, and there were some pieces missing. He called Keith up. Keith looked in the system. It was like, oh man, my bad. Parts are on the way. He had a kit. What was it you had? before on your green truck you were having problems with? Extensive?
Oh, I had a mixture between extensive and infamous, which don't ever do that. I'm gonna tell you that that's a mistake. I ordered extensive lower links to put on it, and then I ordered infamous raised gas tank cross member wishbone. And extensives do not pivot; they literally bolt to the rear end. When I went to air my truck up, I literally broke the raised gas tank cross member. Now with Keith, I could have sent it back to him, he would have fixed it, but it was my fault, so I fixed it myself. But yes, make sure that when you run your lower link bars, make sure they pivot like these. They don't bolt directly to the rear end, or you will have problems.
Yeah, and when he did that, Keith even offered to fix it and repair it, and he told him no, it was his own mistake. But Keith guided him through what he needed and how to fix it. So I mean, he's not a big business, but he's not a small business, but he's a business that we do believe in. You know, he sent us a t-shirt, some stickers, a little bit of candy, you know, just little odd end goodies to go with the order. And he's even at point in times called and be like, hey, I got your order on the way, you know, or hey, there's been a hold up. He'll call you or let you know. Things like that. He's just one of them types of businesses. But I'm gonna get this set up and we're gonna try to get all this situated and we're gonna go from there. I'll put you on that time lapse again. Alright, now I'm going to show you how easy this thing was to install. Literally, bolt into the factory spots down there, factory down there underneath the frame, bolt it there. Then of course you had to drill out on that side, on the front and the back. And that's all there is to it, literally. And no, we're not sponsored by Keith or Infamous.
Shit, I wish we were.
I mean, if he wants to send us some goodies, but we ain't gonna tell him no. But but yeah, by no means are we sponsored or have anything like that to do with that. Anyway, we're gonna set this back up, get this lined up, drill it out, we'll be done. Alright, that's it. It's that simple to put these raised gas tank cross members in. Probably all we're going to get done for this week. Next week we will put the wishbone bracket on, goes from here back here. Get this rear end cleaned up, get it welded in. And then we'll pull a leaf spring off, put a link bar in, get it tabs mocked in, and then go to the other side, do the same thing. So, real close to having it ready on the ground. You've seen all the supplies we had, everything like that. So, Won't take long. Of course, I mean, it takes longer because we work on the weekends, usually a day a week, and that's about it. You know, if we had a regular full-time shop and this is all we did, we could have had it done weeks ago. But this is what we got for now. Anyway, you got any questions, comments, anything like that, let us know. Leave it in the comment if you got a question. As always, help us out. Like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. We appreciate it.